Hey guys, it's Jeb with Safeside Tactical. Today we're going to talk about do's and don'ts on the shooting range. Let's jump right into it. Before entering the building and or firing range, make sure that your gun is unloaded and in a proper case. This can help with safety of others as well as the comfort of new shooters. When loading and unloading your firearm, make sure your gun is pointed down range. Do not take your gun and point it from side to side or anything like that. Make sure the muzzle is pointed down range when you insert your magazine and run the action to load your firearm. Also remember, whenever you're loading or unloading your firearm, to keep your fingers straight and off of the trigger. Prior to entering the range, make sure to don your eye and ear protection. It may look like this and this. Always make sure that something is protecting your hearing as well as your vision. Just because we have a rubber backstop doesn't mean stuff can't bounce back and hit you in the eye, as well as hot brass or even oil coming from your firearm while you're shooting. When it comes to hearing protection, you always want to make sure your hearing is protected. You may do so with a good set of earmuffs or a set of foam earplugs. However, when you double up on those, you might enjoy it that much more. If you do not have eye and ear protection, make sure to ask the range check-in for eyes and ears. Sometimes they can be bought or rented. Rule number 1, assume that every gun is loaded. Just because someone says that it is unloaded, don't assume that it is. Make sure you visually and physically check the gun is unloaded. Here's a quick example. This is with a semi-automatic magazine-fed pistol. To check that the gun is unloaded, first, drop your magazine, run the action back, lock it open, and look in the chamber. Make sure there's no brass showing, and you can also physically check with your finger. Rule number 2, keep your muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about the safe direction. I will demo this with an unloaded firearm. Here it is. Safe direction is downrange. Remember, do not turn side to side if you have to ask a question or load your magazines. A lot of people, as soon as they get excited after they shoot their first target and nail it right in the bullseye, demo gun, they turn around and they say, "Hey guys!" Just remember, set your gun down first and turn around and ask questions or show your target off. Rule number 3, keep your fingers straight and off of the trigger until ready to fire. A good way to remember that is anytime that you pick a gun up, make a gun. So now I have the gun in my hand, I'm making a gun, finger is straight and off the trigger along the side of the frame or the slide. Some people even over-exaggerate it and put their finger up here at the ejection port. Rule number 4, be sure of your target and what's beyond it. We live in a 360-degree world, so we need to be aware of our surroundings at all times. That also applies to us here in the shooting range. Just because you see an open range doesn't mean someone can't walk down range at some point and make it unsafe. So always be sure of what's going on around you. Another side note is to remember bullet trajectory. Just because your gun is pointed down range doesn't mean it's necessarily safe either. So make sure that you're shooting in the correct direction so that you do not hit the target carrier or the track that the carrier rides on. A quick example of trajectory is this. So this is about eye level to your target. The bullet will travel safely down to the backstop. Sometimes people want to shoot at the head of the target. If you shoot at the head of the target at, say, the 3-yard line, that bullet can travel up and into the track that carries the target, okay? So you always want to make sure you try to shoot eye level or high center chest on your target or whatever you may be shooting downrange. Another direction that you need to be aware of is the downward direction. If you point your gun down and shoot the concrete, that bullet can ricochet upwards into the ceiling and possibly ricochet back and hitting you. Let's talk about positional shooting. Sometimes people want to stand, kneel, or even lay down while they're shooting. Before doing so, talk to the RSO and ask about the safety rules in regards to doing that. Here at Safeside, we offer a couple different positions. You can stand, you can sit at a bench, you can kneel, and you can lay down prone and shoot your gun. Once you're done shooting, make sure to clean up your area. There's going to be brass, perhaps empty boxes of ammo, plastic containers. Throw away your trash, take down your targets off the target backers, and throw them away. Make sure to clean that stuff up for the next guy who comes to shoot. Before leaving the range, consult with the range safety officer and how they want you to leave the range. For those of you out there concealed carrying your firearm, make sure to consult with the range safety officer before leaving. Some ranges, they don't really want you to load your gun up before exiting the building. Some ranges allow you to do so. So just talk to them and ask some questions before doing so. Before leaving the range, consult with the RSO and how he or she Please don't put this out on the internet. Alright. Terrible. I complicated that way too much. Alright. I just need to say it just straight up. And how, so bad. Prior to leaving the range. Just say it. Just say simple. Just say it. Before you do so, Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please take these things with you when you go to the range, so make sure you have a good time and you're safe, and keep everybody else around you safe as well. If you liked what you've seen, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you can see more videos like this. We'll see you on the range.